Hi babes, how you guys doing today? Yeah, something missing, huh? Okay, so today I'm actually gonna do story time. I haven't been really feeling that good today. I actually, hold on, y'all. I don't know what that was. I actually was gonna do a mukbang for you, but I started feeling sick, so I was like, no, I don't think it'd be a good idea. Okay, so I am gonna upload this video for you. So I'm gonna do a story time. Y'all excuse me, I gotta work with me. Just work with me. So I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I met my husband. Okay, so it was, we met in high school. He was on the football team and I was the water girl. I was the water girl or whatever. And he well, okay, when I first started school, cause like I told y'all, hold on, y'all, gotta do my hair. Yep, I'm brushing my hair. Shoulder is brushing my hair. Okay, when I first saw my husband, I had just started school, high school there, because I transferred from somewhere else. And the first time I saw him, he was with like a group of boys, and I was walking through the cafeteria, and then everybody just was like going crazy, like, oh, like she cute, oh, and they was asking the dude who ended up becoming my best friend. They was asking the dude, like, that's you, and he was like, no man, I'm just showing shorty around. So I'm like, oh my god, they are acting like they have never seen a female before. So after that, I ended up becoming a water girl, and I seen him, and at first when I saw him I was like, nah. I was like, nah. So then one day we had this game that we had to go to that was out of town, and we went to that game, and then after the game we went to this restaurant. It was called Mama something. I forgot the name of the restaurant, but we went to the restaurant. So, you know, we all was sitting down and we was eating and stuff, and then we was talking, and then we was leaving out of the restaurant, and then they was like, I bet you won't, I think they had dared me to give him a kiss or give me a hug. I forgot which one it was. I think it was a kiss. And then they was like, I bet you won't give him number 60 a kiss and a hug, a kiss or either hug. And I was like, what? And then it was like, I bet you won't give number 60 a kiss or a hug. So I was like, who is number 60? So then they told me who he was, and then I was like, who is that? So then they was like, man, come on, man, you know who that is? I'm like, I really don't know who that is. Who is that? So that day I never found out that he was one of the ones that I seen the day when I started school. So that day I still didn't find out who he was. So time went by. I had what happened? Oh yeah, I had ended up leaving that school for a while, and I had went to another school, and stuff like that. So after I left, I still didn't get a chance to find out who he was. So after that, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. We actually, when I came back to that school, because I had to go to I had went to another school for a while. So then when I went back to that school that we was at, I'm really trying to figure out what my daughter's doing. What is she doing? Why? It's a whole bowl right there in front of your face. What is you doing? Yeah, I'm just really trying to figure out why she being extra. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, so I went back to school. When I went back to school, so you guys can see me better. When I went back to school, I seen him walking in the hallway, and he was like, dang girl, where you been? And I was like, I just had to, do a little razzle-dazzle, whatever. So from that day, he actually ended up being my ride to school in the morning and being my ride home from school. So as when I came back, we became friends. And after we became friends, like we just used to we would ride around, and he would come and get me, and we'd just go chill and talk, and pretty much basically like he became my other male best friend, because I had a male best friend, but then he became my other male best friend. So one day y'all, this is crazy. So one day I was dating this guy at the time. I was dating this guy at the time, but then me and the guy, we wasn't seeing eye to eye or whatever, so we had ended up breaking up or whatever. So I didn't tell you can get it. So one day I was at home. It was like it was on the weekend, and I had got a phone call from one of the other guys that played football with him, and I knew him as well. So he called me, he was like, what you doing? And then I was like, nothing, laying in the bed looking at TV. Why, what's up? And then he was like, can you talk? And I was like, yeah, I ain't doing nothing. What's up? So then he was like, my homeboy like you. So then I was like, your homeboy? He was like, yeah. I was like, your homeboy who? So then he told me. So then I was like, what? And then he was like, he like you. And then I was like, what you mean? He like me. Like, he like me as a friend. I was like, yeah, I like him as a friend too. Like, we cool. So he was like, no, not like a friend. He like you. Like, he wanna be with you. So then I was like, he wanna be with me. And then he was like, yeah. So I was like I was trying to figure out. I was like, so why you calling me and telling me that he like me and he want to be with me? And he was like, because he was scared what you was gonna say, and he didn't know how to talk to you or say what he wanted to say to you or whatever. So I was like, what? So I was like, so you called me for him? And then he was like, yeah. So then I was like, I mean, but I was talking to somebody, and then I had somebody that I was talking to, like, or whatever. So then they was like, you want somebody that, he was like, so you want somebody that you talking to, or you want something real? So then I was like, I mean, yeah. I was like, I don't know, I just never seen him like that. So then, now, mind y'all, the boy, I'm gonna call the boy who called me, I'm gonna call him Dave. Okay, so Dave called me. You remind y'all, Dave called me, and my husband, future husband at the time, was on three-way. Like, he was on three-way the whole time he called me. So I ain't even know that he was on the phone. So while we talking, and I'm telling him, and I'm like, I mean, yeah. I was like, but why he just couldn't? Why you put it up? I'm like, why he just couldn't just tell me that himself? So he was like, cause he didn't know what you was gonna say. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I ain't never think, like, really? And then it was like, yeah. So I was like, I don't know. So then all of a sudden I heard another voice, and he was like, I'm just saying, like, I really like you and stuff, and we got a good vibe. And I'm like, so you been on this phone the whole time? And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, okay. So he was like, I'm just saying, like, I know you got your little whatever, y'all. Doing my hair again, surely is. He was like, I know you got your little whatever that you know what I'm saying, your little friend that you got on the side, or your little friend that you dealing with, or whatever, but y'all ain't got nothing serious or nothing like that. And I was like, nah, it ain't got serious or nothing like that. We just friends. Like, that's just what it is. And he was like, you just want a friend, or you want somebody that's gonna be there for you, and or you know what I'm saying, or you just want to keep dealing with what you're dealing with. So I was like, man, I don't know. So, like, I was young, y'all. I was in high school. I ain't know nothing about none of that. I wasn't with that trying to be boyfriend, girlfriend. I just had a friend, somebody that I was dating, or somebody that I was kicking it with, or something like that. Like, I never had a boy. I had a boyfriend, but I didn't have a boyfriend, if that makes sense to y'all. So anyway, so I was like, I don't know. So my mom is like, she's like my best friend. Shout out to Mom Dukes. She like my best friend. So I could talk to my mama about certain stuff, and then, you know, there's certain stuff that I couldn't talk to my mama about because she just was not hearing it. But I was telling my mama about it, and I was like, Mom, he said he liked me and he want to be with me and stuff like that. So my mom was like, well, why you want to talk to him? And I was like, I don't know, like, he's not like the type that I would go for. And then she was like, that should be all the reasons why you should give it a try, because who knows, he may be different. He may not be like all the rest of them. So I was like, Mom, I don't know, Mom. She was like, I mean, what you got to lose? And then I was like, well, yeah, you right. You got a point. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I'm going to just think about it, because I told him I was going to think about it. Like, I told him I was going to think about it or whatever. So in the process of me thinking about it, I'm sorry, I had to give me some drink. Okay, so in the process of me thinking about it, me and him was still hanging together or whatever. So he, with one, the reasons that he didn't want to tell me that he liked me like that was due to the fact that he thought that I was going to change, and I was going to stop being his friend, and I was going to stop hanging with him. And then he thought that I was real stuck up and I was real snooty. He thought that I was the type of person that would like y'all know, it's females out there that really is stuck up like that. Like, they pretty and they know they pretty. And then, you know, if a simple guy just try to approach them, like, they do the entire most and embarrass the dude. So he thought that I was gonna do that. He thought that I was gonna embarrass him. He thought that I was gonna not be cool with him no more, because he tried me in that way of wanting to be with me. And I was telling him, I was like, see, that's the problem with people. People look at me and say, oh, well, she look like she's stuck up. She look like she's snooty. I'm the total opposite of what I look like. Like, I'm not that. I actually will give somebody a chance to be my friend or to even be in my life. Like, I'm not that stuck up. I don't know why people assume that. But anyway, so he thought I was that type. And after that, we still hung out, and we still was friends, and I still talked to him on the phone, and me and him was still, you know, he still was taking me back and forth to school. He'll come and get me, and then me and him like go riding or something, or go do something like over the weekend. It would be me, him, and a whole, yeah, I don't comb my hair, brush my hair. It would be me, him, and like a whole group of us that all of us hung out with or whatever, and we just chilled. So finally, May 13th, I ain't gonna tell y'all the year. May 13th, I hadn't thought about it. I thought about it. And then I was like, you know what I got to lose? So, after that, oh y'all, excuse me. So after that, I ended up, he had to go and clean the church that day. He had to go and clean the church, and I had went with him to his church to clean it. And I had texted him, and I had asked him, I was like, where your phone at? He was like, oh, I left it at the house. And I was like, oh, okay. So then he was like, wow, what's up? And then I was like, I had sent you a text message. And then he was like, what did it say? And then I was like, I was just wait and let you read it, you know, for yourself. Okay, so long story, so I text him and I told him, I was like, okay, I thought about it, and I don't see why not. I was like, let's just see what happens. Let's just see where it goes. And I was like, I feel the same way you feel. Let's just try to be together or whatever. Like, let's give it a try. So he read the message, and then he hugged me. He like, this is crazy. He hugged me, and then we kissed for the first time, and then I was like, oh my God. So then, y'all, we just started dealing with each other. Like, we just started going together and stuff like that. So mind y'all, like, we was in high school. So me and him, we was together, and then I don't know, he just started acting different. Like, he just started acting real different. So I didn't know that he had, y'all, I didn't know that he had told his mama this. I didn't find out he told his mama this until after it had done happen. But it was this one incident, I forgot to tell y'all this part, but I was walking down the road, and this is way before me and him even knew each other. But, well, I knew him, but he knew me. I was walking down the road, and I used to pass my mom's house all the time to go to my grandma's house. And I was walking down the road, and he had told his mom that I was gonna be his baby's mom, right? So he spoke it into existence. So we ended up being together, and then we wasn't even together like a month. Yeah, we weren't even together like a month yet. And then after that, I ended up getting pregnant with our first son, and which we both, I mean, we didn't tell our parents this, but now we kind of grown, so I can kind of just go in and spill the beans. Okay, so like, we planned our first child. Like, we both wanted a baby together, so we planned it, and it happened. Like, it happened. And because I hate when my baby do that. We planned our son, and we both wanted a boy, and thank God we got exactly what we wanted, which was a boy. And then, you know, time after that, we ended up having 3 more kids after that. And then after our last baby, he finally, I don't know, I guess he seen that, you know, hey, this is who I want to be with for the rest of my life. Like, when we first started going together, we didn't think about us like getting married or anything like that. We did plan the baby, but we didn't think about us getting married at a young age like we did. We was thinking more along with getting married like older, like probably like when we was in our 30s, our 40s or something like that. We wasn't thinking about getting married young like we did. But it was like, I was in love with him, he was in love with me. He wasn't going nowhere, I wasn't going nowhere. So it was like, okay, now we at that time frame where it's like, okay, now it's time to get married, because we don't have a whole family now. Now we got a whole family, so we might as well get married. So that was a conversation that we talked about. Okay, so let me tell y'all how he proposed to me. This is all part of the story. Me meeting him and him, us getting married and stuff like that. Okay, so we had to talk, and then he was like, yeah, You right. So on it was around Valentine's Day. It was around Valentine's Day, and we had went to the mall, and I had seen this ring. Yeah, I had seen this ring that I liked. I was like, oh, I like that ring. I want it. So he was like, I was like, you gonna get it from me? He was like, I'll see. Okay, when my husband says I'll see, that normally means no. When he say I guess, that means yes. Yeah, I learned that. I had to learn that. Okay, so when he said I'll see, I knew that meant no. So, I just said, okay. I said, no, for real, you gonna get it? He said, I'll see. He just kept saying, I'll see. So I was like, okay. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. Like, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it in his own time. Whenever he get the ring, he gonna get it in his own time. Like, whatever it is, what it is. So I just stopped worrying about it. So, Valentine's Day, he had got me a balloon, and he had got me a card. He had got me a teddy bear. Okay, so that's all I got for Valentine's Day. And, you know, so I thought. And he told me, you know, happy Valentine's Day and stuff like that. And, oh, yeah, he got me some roses. I'm sorry, y'all. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't get what I wanted, but it's fine. So I had ended up fixing my baby boy a little snack because he had wanted some. I think our son at the time was he was a baby. Yeah, he was a baby. He was a baby. And I had fixed him a little it's the little baby snack thingies. It's not the Cheerios, but they come in a container. I can't think of the name of it. I think it was a sweet potato something, but it was those, and then it comes in the container is about this tall, and then it got a blue top on it. But then they had the baby Cheetos, and I had fixed some of those for him in a bowl. And I went in okay, so I wasn't supposed to find it, but I did. Okay, so I went in in our room. He hid it in our room in a basket, and I went in our room. Well, he was already in the room, but I went in our room to get the little oh Lord, my baby thing. I can't think of the name of what it is, but it's like a blanket. It looked like a blanket, but it's not a blanket. But it's made for the baby to sit on to eat or whatever. Oh Lord Jesus, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all, I forgot what it's called. It's been so long ago, but it was a little mat. So I got that, and I was going in there to get that because I had just washed it. And I went in my room to get that, and it was a bag, but the bag was folded up, and the bag, it was the jewelry place that I had seen the ring. Okay, so when I seen the bag, I was asking him, and I was like, "What is this?" And he was like, "What you mean?" And I was like, "What is this in this thing right here?" And then he was like, "I don't know." So I was like, "Don't play with me. Like, what is this?" And he was like, "I don't know what it is." So I was like, "So somebody just broke into our house and left their stuff in our room." And then he was like, So I was like, "No, seriously, stop playing. Like, stop playing." So then I was like, okay, maybe he hiding something I was like, "So is you hiding something for somebody?" So he was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Who you hiding something from?" And then he was like, "Dang, nosy, you nosy." So I was like, "You darn right I'm nosy. You hid it in my basket. So of course I'm gonna be nosy. Who is you hiding something from?" So he was like, "You was so nosy." So I was like, "You know what? Don't worry about it." So I got the bag and I unrolled it. And then when I looked at the bag, I looked inside the bag and I seen a box. And then I looked at him and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, seriously, for real. Who stuff is this for real?" And then he was like, "No, I'm serious. I don't know." So I'm looking at him and I'm laughing because I feel like he's playing with me. So I'm like, no, seriously, who stuff is this? Seriously, stop playing. And he was like, I'm serious. I don't know whose on that is. And then I was like, you know what? All right, you want to play? Hell, I'm sorry for yawning. Ooh, that's so rude. So I was like, you want to play? So then he was like, I was sitting there and I opened the bag. And then when I opened the bag, I pulled out the box. So when I got the box, I shook it. And then I was like, no, seriously, is this for me? And then he was like, maybe it is, maybe it ain't. So I was like, man, you play too much. I just kept telling him he played too much. I was like, no, seriously, who is it for? He was like, maybe it's for you, maybe it ain't for you. So I'm like, so I got the bag and I opened the I pulled the box out. And I put the box out. It was a box inside of a box. Like, it was a big box. The box was about this size. Yeah, the box was about this size. And then in that box, it was about this box about this big. And that box was another box. So when I opened the box or whatever, and I seen the small box, I was like, what is this in this box? And then he was like, all right, man. I bought me some earrings. I was like, well, why you just didn't say that? And then he was like, cause I ain't think I need to express all of that. So then I was like, you ain't buy no earrings. He was like, yes, I did. And I was like, let me see. I'm finna open it and see. So mind y'all, I had my back turned to him when I was doing all of this. I had my back turned to him. When I was looking at everything, I had my back turned to him. So when I took the small box out and I opened the box. When I opened the box, the ring that I had told him that we had seen 2 days before Valentine's Day, the ring that I told him that I had wanted, he bought it. But the crazy thing about it is, y'all, I don't know when he found time to go and buy that ring because I was with him the whole entire time. Like, I don't know how he did it. I never know. I never know how he did it. And I don't know how he did it. But he ended up buying the ring that I told him that I wanted. So when I opened the box and I looked at it and I saw the ring, I started crying. Because I'm like, he got the ring. So when I turned around, y'all, he was on one knee. He was on one knee. And I already knew at that moment, like, what was going on. And then our god sister was there. And she was like, oh, Lord, she's going to start crying. So he asked me to marry him. And he put the ring on my finger. And, of course, I said yes. And, oh, my God, y'all, it was just crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, that was the best feeling in the world. And it's crazy because he told his mom that I was going to be his. And I am. And, you know. So here we are. 12 years later. And here we are. We're about to renew our vows. And, like I said in my last video that I did for you guys, if that's a video that you guys would love to see or want to see, comment down below on the video that I told you to comment on and let me know, or email me and let me know, and I will drop that video. I will do it for you guys so you can see and be there. So yeah, that's my story time for you guys. I just had to do a video for you because I couldn't do the mukbang due to the fact of me being sick and not feeling too good and stuff. So I just wanted to do this video for you guys. I hope you liked the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, for everyone who is watching my videos, and if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share my videos with anyone and everyone to let everybody know what I am doing over here and let them know that they can come and join the family. Until next time, I will see you guys with another video. Bye, babes.